In the jungle, through the desert, in service to the cause. Takes one life to save another, right or wrong. After everything I gave, I got one last man to save. I just need to tell my story with a song. It's my song.
Operation Song's mission is to empower veterans, active duty military, and their families to tell their stories through the process of songwriting. If you've been traumatized or have PTSD or traumatic brain injury like a lot of our veterans do, sometimes your thoughts and emotions, they're a little scrambled. But songwriting takes all that stuff and we just get them talking, and then you can say, okay, I think this is the big idea. This is what you keep coming back to, and you can create a narrative arc to hang the story on. It's very gratifying and just kind of validates everything they've been through.
So when you got drafted, all right, letter come in the mailbox?
Yeah, greetings from the president. I was in Company B of the 310th Infantry. And we went to this town, and just as we got into the edge of that town, all those sirens started. And you talk about scaring somebody, and that'd scare anybody.
This whole time you've been talking about, since you crossed that first river, you were under fire that whole time?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, artillery fire especially. That artillery fire was something else. And those Germans are good at it, I'll tell you.
How long were you in combat?
About 4 months.
4 months.
That's 4 months too long.
Oh, I'm sure, sir. I'm sure.
Music is spiritual. It's spiritual. It's your soul. It's your being. We all have a song that when it comes on, it's our song, and it will take you back to that night, that girl, that boy, that moment. And I think when we start playing the music and we get them started writing a song, they're not telling us a story. They're writing the truth, the honest God truth, and nothing's more powerful.
You're talking Southern rock or Seeger, right?
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
So
You're talking about Jim Croce and all them.
Croce? What are you hearing over there, Steve?
I'm at Kaminsky Field, not far from where Ventura played. Grass was green and Old Glory was flying. It was baseball in America.
82 young men raised their
And 82 young men raised their hands and took the oath that day. That's where that would fall really good. The difference in what I've done most of my life and what this is we make the songs up in Nashville, and hopefully somebody records them because it's close to what they lived, but this is the real deal. The truth is what matters. And so when people hear the truth, they know it. The film went back from Cameron Bay in a classified bag to the USA, but the negatives stay in my mind. I've looked at them a million times. We shot the pictures, they shot the guns.
Of the wreck, we had just moved to Tennessee. I had been determined I was 80% disabled by the military. And I was a little angry at some things that had happened and how they impacted my life. I walked through that door and it changed my life. you instantly felt like I'm with my people. This is where I'm supposed to be.
We've had people vets from World War II all the way up to the current conflicts. Even though somebody served in World War II or Korea or Vietnam, the same similar issues that I'm dealing with in 2019 are the same issues that they dealt with back in the 60s and 70s. And so to have that camaraderie is pretty awesome.
One of the guys from Afghanistan, he was a sniper in Afghanistan. He had PTSD. He was one of the original 6, but his name was Matt. And Matt said, seeing the guys from Vietnam that have survived 46 years really makes me feel good, and that there's maybe a chance that I can survive.
It's my song, it's my life. My brothers and my sisters will bring me back alive, one song at a time. It's my song.